I'm JJ Barnes and I am the author of several books. My first book, Lily Prosper and the Magic Rabbit, came out in 2016, and my most recent book, What Ivy Wants, came out in 2021. I'm really excited to be here today for Authority magazine, sharing with you my top 5 tips for how to become an author. Number 1, determination. You have to be incredibly determined to write a book because it's hard. It's really hard. It challenges you, it stresses you, it takes time, it takes energy. It does, and the world around you is not necessarily going to accommodate you writing that book. There's so many things that need doing. Laundry needs doing, kids need feeding, animals need taking care of, relationships need maintaining, and other work needs doing. If you're going to write that book that you really want to write, you have to be way more determined than all of the forces around you that you're going to finish it. So be determined. Number 2, you need to have a really good imagination, because that's what it is. It's writing a story that you created with your own head. And if you have a very vivid imagination, you're going to be able to tell a good story. If you can't create something that is really fascinating and really exciting and really interesting, you might struggle to write a book. You need a really strong imagination. Number 3, you need humility, because you're going to make mistakes. Sometimes things you write are not going to land. Sometimes the people who read your book, it won't work for them. My advice is to get yourself beta readers, proofreaders, way before you have editors who are going for the spelling and the grammar, the technical things that I always get wrong myself. You need people who are going to read it for the experience of your story and of your characters. If they come back to you and say that this scene that you've worked really hard on and are really proud of doesn't land, or something you think is really funny is just not funny, or maybe a character is just really dull, you need to be able to accept that you might be in the wrong. And it can be really hard because you've poured yourself into this story, you've worked really hard, really long hours, you've stressed over it, you've dreamed of it, you've worked for it. Sometimes it's just not going to land in the way you think it does. You might need to take that advice and change it. Number 4, humanity. Your characters are the main reason people are going to come to your story. You can have a really interesting world and a really interesting concept, but if the people your readers are following through that are boring or uninteresting or unrealistic, it's just not going to work. So be obsessed with humanity. Think about your own humanity, your own pain, your own experiences, things you've dreamed of, things you've experienced. Pour them into your characters. And then think about humanity all around you. What are the people around you doing? Why are they doing it? What pain is in their past? What goals are they pursuing? Humanity is the draw of your story. So focus on it. Work on it. Put that into who you're writing. And number 5 is passion. You have to be so passionate about that story. You have to love it. You have to dream about it, think about it, have imaginary conversations with your characters, come up with scenes in the shower and desperately try and get them done before you forget. Your passion for that story will come through in your writing, and your readers will connect with it, and it will just come alive because of that love you have. So be passionate, be obsessed, be driven in a way that makes that story all-consuming until you've told it. And that will get it out, and that will make it good. So, thank you very much for watching my 5 pieces of advice for how to be an author. I hope it's been helpful, I hope you feel inspired, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Bye.